She's so mad. Hi guys, welcome back. It's myself, Mandisa, with
Kapea,
who's our special guest today.
Hi.
And of course, you know the lovely
Miss Keneilwe.
Miss Keneilwe. So today's topic, we're going to be talking about, baby, why don't you introduce the topic?
Yeah, we want to talk about our friend's perception, for lack of a better word, on when I told her that I've decided to move in with my partner, because I know there were a lot of things we discussed before we actually moved in. You know, when I discussed with my girlfriend that let's move in together, it was an exciting thing, but now I'm like, you know, needing advice from my friends. I was like, tell me, how do you feel about me and Mandisa decided to move in together? So what do you think about it? So that's what we want to unpack, because we feel like we're not the only ones that have to go through whatever it is that we went through. But some people are probably in the same situation right now, trying to move in together. But there's a lot of dynamics that they need to, you know, unpack.
But actually, the first time I brought this topic up, I asked her, you know, how would you feel if we moved in together? And she blatantly said no. So
she was honest.
She was honest, yeah. And for me, it was okay. She's not ready. Maybe I'm moving too fast, as per usual. But then after a get together, what changed?
Why are you saying as per usual?
I mean, we know though. I mean, gay girls, we tend to move very, very quickly in relationships. We commit very quickly. You know, like the typical U-Haul. So I thought it was one of those. You know, so there were inhibitions initially. Unpack that. Why did you say
what?
no?
Why did I say no? You know.
And this is why I'm going to be able to tell you why I was a bit concerned.
Okay.
Thank you.
See, I said no because having been there, you know, and having experienced certain things, not saying that people are the same, but guarding yourself. I had my guard up so high, and I didn't want to repeat the same mistakes that I, you know, had done in the past. Not to say that the person I was with was some type of way, no. However, it's just to safeguard myself that, you know, I've tried this before and it didn't work, and now I want to do the same thing. It's like, you know, when you go through something, there must be a lesson learned.
Yeah.
And the next thing I'm just gonna go and do the same thing. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I said no. I said not because I was doubting you or anything, and also because I was enjoying my space.
Yeah, I also had my own space.
Yeah.
But from the friend's perspective, what were the concerns that you wanted to bring across?
Knowing Keneilwe, right? Look, we've just actually reunited as friends, which is so cool.
Yeah.
Just the few months that we've been together, there were a few things I picked up about her, right? She loves her space. She loves her space. And when she told me that, look, Chomi, Mandisa and I are going to move in together, I was like,
But what does that mean?
The reason why I had
No, it was I think she said because of me, not because of me.
Firstly, I felt it was a bit fast. I know you guys were excited. I mean, we just met and you guys clicked, and it was just like what, love at first sight? So we tend to make mistakes in the beginning of our relationship because we are in such a rush to do things, you know.
And we don't know whether it's love or lust.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never know.
True, but with you guys it's different, and I love it for you guys. But my concern was, are you gonna repeat the same mistake you did before when you were with someone? I know with that someone that she was with before, she did have her own space, but she also did feel like she didn't have her own space because this person always wanted to be around her.
Yeah.
Right? The nice thing about the situation was that she could leave at any time, go home, the person goes home and whatever. But now in this situation, it was like, if you're moving in and she doesn't feel like seeing you today, she can't exactly tell you to leave. Where are you gonna go?
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
So there's like a sort of like a loss of independence. Yeah.
And I know Keneilwe, she loves being on her own. She's got days where she's like, today I just want to be on my own. I don't want to see anyone. I don't want to smell anyone. I just want to be alone. And it's normal. I think for every person who's independent, who's always been on their own, it's normal to say, today I don't want to see anyone. I don't want to be alone.
With my best friend.
She's like this. You need to test when you call. Are you okay? You know?
Is it safe?
Yeah, so I had my reservations. As friends as well, you're not thinking, now I don't have access to her like I did before. I'd be like, Chomi, I'm coming.
Yeah, you can't just
now you have to put in an application. Like now when I phone, I was like, Chomi, please just tell Manny I'm coming.
Because I
don't want to inconvenience you guys, you know. I was like, maybe I was supposed to put in my application a month before to tell you. So yeah, you have those things because you want to crowd the person, you want to crowd the person you're living with. And I was just a bit worried that you guys were moving too fast.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Everyone was.
Yeah, actually, before.
What if you guys clash?
Exactly.
You guys are sorry.
Yeah, go for it.
Interrupt. You guys have just met, you're in love, and everything is like, and then you move in together, and then you find that there are things that you don't like about each other, and then how do you then reverse and say, I actually don't want to do this anymore. I actually don't want to stay.
Yeah.
You know? So those are the things that I was worried about personally.
She asked me.
Yeah, so I also was a little bit nervous. I mean, as much as I was the one who proposed the question first, I mean, ultimately when we did decide to move in together, I was also nervous about that loss of independence, and because I was used to doing things my own way. You know, I lived alone for a very long time, and I had certain routines that I was used to, and now suddenly, you know, letting go of those things and working in a couple, you know, in a living space with someone, which I've never done before. I've never lived with a partner. So one thing I was afraid of was I didn't want to move too fast that we disturb what we're trying to grow. And especially when it comes to tradition and what our parents would think of the idea. So before we even came in together, we actually did speak to our parents. You know, we asked them like, what would your take be on this? It was asking permission, but not really.
And my mom was like, stop me, Lord.
But I think I wasn't really worried about the whole family history because her mom is like so cool. She's a really cool girl. So I don't think you had to really worry too much that her parents would be like. But I'm surprised now. She's like, her mom's like,
because my mom knows that I fall, and when I fall hard, and no one can take me out of that falling. So my mom was just like,
are you
sure? Because then also the other thing was worried. Was my parents brought up like, what if you break up and you've already moved all this
your
way?
entire life?
Yeah, exactly.
No,
and then it's that, and
together,
we did.
That's so scary.
Well, like, what if we?
What if it, what if it
make
doesn't work out? And I have like different habits, and I could see early on that some of the things that I like to do sort of like irk her.
I know, so.
You know what I mean?
I mean, probably things that she does that also be honest. She's very tiny, so if you're untidy.
I know. And every time she used to come over my place, especially when she had to work, because she was working from home, and I'd go to headquarters, and I'd be like, I need to make sure that this place is spick and span. Everything needs to be tidy and folded, you know, because literally clutter is like noise to her, and that was my first concern.
She was low-key OCD. Low-key OCD.
No, but you know what's nice there? What we did, because we were afraid of this thing that of saying, what if, there were so many what ifs. You know, but if you want something nice, you get rid of the what if. And you say, when this happens. You know, you don't say what if, you say when we.
You'll cross the bridge when you get to it.
What we did is that, okay, fine, because you don't know me and I don't know you that well yet, we just know this lovely person, you know, let's do a trial. Let's do a trial run. Let's stay together for a month and see how it goes. And whatever it is that we don't like about each other, we're gonna, after a month, we're gonna sit down and put it on the table.
Exactly.
Nice.
And we did exactly that.
And it worked.
So I still retained my place, but for all intents and purposes, we're living together. So I would work with Endo and I would come home. And we also set some ground rules. You know, some of them, I think, because we're coming from families that have similar values. If there was a disagreement, we would relapse onto those ground rules. You know, like if you get mad and you fight and whatever, you don't be like, oh, I'm gonna leave and go back to my space or whatever. That you can come back home and fix the problem so that you can still maintain the peace.
So stop together now.
Yeah.
Get in the room now.
So what do you do? Do you guys ever fight?
Yeah, we do disagree.
And I know she's the one who's like, stop.
She's very outspoken. Yeah, we had different modes of dealing with conflict.
Okay.
And the one thing that we had to figure out was a medium.
Okay.
So my mode of dealing with conflict was I don't like getting angry, so I would pull back and I would withdraw and I would, shut down. Her mode is we need to talk about it now. You see? So it was a little bit of an adjustment as well, because at that moment I'm just like, don't come near me, I need to reset, I need to meditate and release this anger before I even try to communicate with you. But for her it's like, we need to communicate with it so that I can dispel this thing. So we had to find a way, we had to find a way.
It was a problem in the beginning.
Yeah, it was.
For me, when she does that shutdown thing, that I need to go be with myself. Enough on that's like, oh no, you don't want me anymore. Oh, you don't want this relationship. Honey, tell me now. Because otherwise we would go a day without talking to each other, and we're not used to that. And we're at the same space, and it's like we're not even talking. We're not saying anything. And then after we resolved the fight, I was like, okay, fine. Listen, that's how we're gonna do it now. Going forward, even if we fight. No matter what fight we have, we greet each other, we kiss each other goodbye. No matter how bad the fight was.
I like it.
Literally, I'll be like, because I leave first in the morning.
And now she has to do the I
love you.
She doesn't know what else and nothing. I'm gonna sit there at home, sit at work, my love. And I'll be like, she didn't kiss me. She comes back and I was like, what did we say? And now we fought at night, we went to bed angry. In the morning now she must be the one who's like, she doesn't do it. Oh,
you guys are so
but now we got used to it. It's how it is. Yes. Even if I come in and I find it at home and I know we had a disagreement, I have to say hi, I have to kiss her.
It helps.
Then we can shut up after that. But I know we're gonna talk. One thing we said is that the longer we keep the silence, the more we're breaking apart.
Absolutely.
Because if you keep silence with your partner, you're sort of allowing the other person to find refuge elsewhere. It could be with friends, it could be
family.
But she's finding space to lean on so bad that by the time you come back, she doesn't need you anymore. You understand? It's whether you're here or not, it doesn't.
Now creates a gap.
So we spoke about that and we said, it's easier said than done. You can say after we fight, we should never go to bed angry, guys.
It's the reality is
it doesn't happen like that.
Sometimes you
don't want to talk.
I know, right? Like
and
your emotions are just like,
we'll deal with this tomorrow.
And this thing of when you stay together, especially if you used to live alone, she used to live alone. So the first days we would have a disagreement. She would feel like she wants to sleep in the other room. But she wouldn't do it. But I would see that it's either she wants to sleep on the couch or in the other room. But that's a problem for me. If you don't come to bed, don't ever come to bed. So one time she slept on the couch and I was alone the whole night. Honey,
you were not making it.
I woke up in the morning and I was like, what are you doing? This will be your bedroom forever. And she knew why I was saying that. And then she realized, actually, if she had to do, because I asked them like, how would you feel? Even if we fought, how would you feel if I slept on the couch and you slept alone? I understand that yes, we had a disagreement, but come on, it's just a disagreement. We didn't break up, it's just a disagreement. So those conversations are very important. They're very, very important.
Especially also during the trial. So another thing that we established early on is that no matter what happens, as long as the person's still around. Because it's so easy to leave and be like, I'm just gonna be with friends.
And we always act on emotion.
And when you're out there,
take the keys and you leave.
You're not trying to interact with the individual, and then by the time they come back, they've created so much damage that it could be.
They can't even. Because if I decide to leave and live in the house, by the time I come back, she'll just be like, nah, I'm going home. I'll see you next week. And it's like, what? Meanwhile, you don't see the damage you did.
Yeah.
By leaving.
Yeah.
When you thought you're going to get some fresh air, but you didn't even communicate it.
Yeah, to say that.
Communicate it then,
Yeah.
at least to say, I just need some fresh air. I'm just gonna go.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I love about us. We never did that.
Yeah.
I don't want to lie. We've never done
proud
that.
of you guys.
We've never left each other wondering
Yeah.
what's happening about the other one. What. Like we've never done that.
Yeah.
Even when we disagree, yes, there's nights where we would sleep not talk to each other, but we'll always say good night. I know she will always say good night.
Yeah.
Me, I'll just leave and go sleep. Melissa will literally come and say good night. Even though she knows how much she pissed me off, and she was the reason why we actually had a disagreement. She'll come and say good
She's
night.
the peaceful
And then I just want
Thank
to
you.
check. But I'm just like, but I'm bored.
No. Yeah.
Oh my
So
God.
yeah, that's. Oh, I thought there's a coaster they stuck to your glass. Yeah, so I think that some of the things that helped me find home was that even if we do disagree, she didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, she'd always either go home, and even if she does go home, it wasn't like I'm going for the night or something
Yeah.
like that. It's just like I want to be around people that remind me that I'm loved. So I like that because some people when they get angry they go and call up exes.
Yeah, they do funny things.
You know, and then it's just like, okay, I guess you're not valuing what we have. So yeah, that establishment from the beginning, the principles, the ground rules of this is what you do, this is what you don't do, kind of helps everyone adjust.
Good.
And I'm proud to say, because of that, we've decided we shall make it official.
This is so awesome. Oh my gosh, congratulations guys.
Thank you.
I'm so happy. I feel like I'm the first person to know this.
Really?
Oh, I'm so honored.
Yeah. So yeah, I
guys.
think that's it. I don't know if you have like any other insights to add for our viewers, but that was just a little bit of a snippet of the adjustment of living in together with your partner.
I'm just happy that it's working out for you.
No, it is.
I love it for you guys.
You know I don't
so
lie. One thing you know
much.
about me,
Yeah.
and I don't sugarcoat anything.
I know.
You
and
know.
if you're unhappy, I
you
you
know
know, pick up
and
the phone
yes.
and say,
You know
not
me.
dealing
Yeah.
You know me.
I have not, I'll be honest, I have
Yeah.
not had that phone call from Keneilwe.
I'm so glad.
So which means that she is in a really happy space and I'm so happy.
No one has ever had, I can tell you, no one has ever had that phone call from me. And everything has just been, thank you, baby.
Aw, thank you.
Thank you guys. I love you guys.
Till next time, guys. Right, take care, guys.
Bye.
Kisses.
What am I saying?
Okay.